so you're American.
Yeah.
You're like middle of the road American.
Yeah.
Okay, that's culture, right? Like that's
Sure.
no. It's not sure, bro.
There's value in learning about culture, and there's also value in sharing your own culture. And you can't cut people off, which I see a lot.
So you get access to a different side of a white environment, right?
Yeah.
It's like Puerto Rico is not the DR. It's not Mexico. It's not lots of things. Puerto Rico is Puerto Rico. Yeah. Something.
The question was, what did I learn about myself?
Yeah. What have you learned about yourself with these, 2 or 3 girlfriends?
I have learned that
My girlfriend's Japanese.
Okay.
She's from Japan.
So she's from Japan.
Yeah.
Well, so what's the most interesting thing about that from you?
I'd say like getting to actually experience a culture, since like I'm like a mutt white, like I don't really have culture, right?
Dude, hang on, man.
Like,
look at your shirt, man. That's culture. You know what I mean?
Sure.
No. Seriously, hang on. What's your background?
Irish, Polish, German.
Okay, but you're.
But we've been here too long, so like.
Okay, no, hang on though. But you're American.
Yeah.
You're like middle of the road American.
Yeah.
Okay, that's culture, right? Like that's.
Sure.
No. It's not sure, bro. Listen, have you traveled outside the U.S.?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Japan, a lot of islands in the Caribbean.
Let's stick with Japan.
Yeah.
You went with your girlfriend?
Yeah, I went this past summer.
Dude, did you feel like an American everywhere you went?
Yeah.
Well, what made you feel like an American? What happened that you felt like an American?
A lot of places we went didn't have like a lot of tourists, so I get a lot of stares a lot.
Okay.
And I'm not really used to that.
Okay.
Especially not here.
How about different custom? Are you good with chopsticks?
Yeah, I've known how to use chopsticks like forever.
Okay, but how about other things that happened in Japan that you were just like, whoa, that's really strange for me? There must be a lot of things, because I've been in Japan. There's a lot of.
Oh yeah, you like put your like cash on a tray and you slide it over, or like they'll just take it off of the tray. You don't actually hand your money to them.
Yeah.
And then I'd say like the weirdest thing, they have these things like onsens, public baths.
Yep.
That was like.
Did you do a public
crazy.
bath?
Yeah.
Dude,
it's crazy.
Awesome. But the Japanese kind of keep a towel in front of them.
No, they don't care.
Oh, they don't care yet. But it's different because you're American. So you have a culture.
I guess that's a point.
It's a cool culture. American culture is a really cool culture, right? Middle American culture, right? It's an awesome culture. We're in this time right now when people get really snarky about Americans and American culture, and it's a cool culture. The more you travel, the more you go outside the U.S., the more you'll really see who you are as an American. Okay, so the best part is getting access to another culture.
Yeah, I love learning about new cultures. I find it like just extremely interesting.
Cool, awesome, man.
I'm born in China, but I was adopted by a white family, and they tried to raise me with like some Chinese culture, but it didn't really work out. It didn't stick for the most part. I'm dating someone who's from Poland.
From Poland?
Yeah, from Poland. He's on a green card.
Okay, all right. No, so what's the best part about dating outside of your race or ancestry?
Yeah. I mean, I think if it was just like any mutt white person, it wouldn't really have that same effect. But with my boyfriend specifically, because he's Polish, his family does a lot of things as if they were still in Poland. Like, I know that his mother bakes bread every day.
Yeah.
Like sourdough bread, and she does all these like activities. They have a communal garden. I don't know if that's specifically at all related to Polish culture. I just know that the energy around them is a lot different, and I like that change of pace, I think.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you known him?
Dating has been like 2-3 years now, and I've known him like since middle school.
Have you thought about going to Poland ever?
I really want to go to Poland.
Yeah, Poland's cool.
Yeah, I've traveled quite a bit, so.
Yeah, Poland's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so one thing is, similar thing, just kind of getting outside. And the Polish side, because you grew up, are your parents white?
Yes.
Okay, so you grew up in a more of a white environment.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get access to a different side of a white environment, right?
Yeah.
It's like Puerto Rico is not the DR. It's not Mexico. It's not lots of things. Puerto Rico is Puerto Rico, man. Devin, how about you? Wait, you were dating somebody? What's their background?
She's from Jamaica and Grenada.
Jamaica and Grenada. Okay, so tell us, dude, what's awesome about that? About her, not her.
She is a third generation American.
Yeah, okay.
So a lot of the times I see myself sharing as much as I'm learning.
Yep.
You know, I will say it's kind of funny when you see ignorance from both sides, and I don't take it offensive. I don't get heated about it or anything like that. But there's value in learning about culture, and there's also value in sharing your own culture, and you can't cut people off, which I see a lot.
Yeah. Okay. So one of the best things for you is what I get from that. One of the best things for you is it sort of grounds you into seeing, wait, hang on a second. Everybody's equal. We're all like, we share a lot in common, man.
100%.
About the good stuff and the bad stuff.
Yeah.
Or the not so good stuff.
And
What
I'm
else?
sure you can attest to this. I feel like the more you learn, the more you explore, the wider your view becomes. Sometimes the closer you are, the less you see.
Yeah.
So when you learn more, you become able to see this kind of interdisciplinary or between cultures. You know, there's kind of like a slip, if that makes any sense to you.
Totally, man. No, totally.
There's a place in between.
Yeah, a place in between. What are some things you think you understand about the world that maybe other people don't? You already said one kind of, right? Which is like, hey, everybody has stuff going on. And everybody can be ignorant or everybody can, whatever, right? But what are some things?
I kind of want to reiterate and stress like the closer you are, the less you see, right? So taking a step back and just appreciating where you are, like I'm just going to use an example. Like, let's say you've never been to the cookout and y'all finally get the invite and you're the only white guy there and you embarrass the shit out of yourself.
Yeah.
Didn't happen, but I'm saying I've seen it happen it does happen. And you just taking appreciation for realizing that you are surrounded by something that you don't see every day.
Yeah.
And then just letting that be, not overthinking it, just letting it be.
So that's like you being in
content.
Japan and you being in some of the smaller communities where you're the only white guy, you're the only American, you know, and so a similar kind of thing, right? And what's unique about that experience?
I think sometimes it gives you an opportunity to either grow or just show off who you are.
Yeah.
If you're confident in that.
Yeah.
Some people in that situation, if they're the only one, sometimes they shy away and sometimes they come out even more.
Yeah. Hold the mic close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It becomes, and it takes time, right?
That's true.
It takes time. What have you learned about yourself?
I've learned that I like change and experiencing new things more than anything. I don't like doing the same thing over and over again. And like going to a new country, I just loved being able to experience so many things for the first time. And I always live by the motto, I like to try everything once. And when I get to try a million things once, like I was just like having the best time of my life. Like I just love learning about new things.
And so having a girlfriend who's Japanese, it's like it just brings that home every single moment that you're with her in a way, right? Because
more or less, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I got that. I feel like that. I have that with I mean, that's how I am in life, right? So I've traveled all over the world. I speak Spanish. Julie and I, who you're going to meet next class, we only speak in Spanish together. And every time I speak with Julie in Spanish, she's the course administrator. I have the same experience. Like I'm outside of myself. I'm in Sam, the Spanish-speaking Sam, who's now in Colombia, you know.
When I started dating my partner, it's like nothing really changed. Maybe it just has to do with the fact that we knew each other for so long. But for me, it's been, I feel like if you're open to different kinds of people in general, not even just restricted by race, it doesn't really matter. And you can get along with anyone.
Yeah, I got you. It takes you outside of yourself.
Yeah.
And the intimacy in that way is it's really important, right? I mean, you all would see it with your parents. You just see that, and yeah, okay, but I like that. Yeah, bro, do you have something?
The question was, what did I learn about myself?
Yeah, what have you learned about yourself with these, 2 or 3 girlfriends?
I have learned that I naturally pick up language.
Yeah.
Just being around it. I mean, todo lo que ya sé aprendí en la casa de mi novia, which means like everything I learned or all the Spanish that I learned in my ex-girlfriend's house. Just being in it, being surrounded by it. I learned a little bit of Cameroonian pidgin.
Yeah.
And
it's a cool language.
It is a cool language, pidgin.
Yeah.
And I try to absorb as much as I can, but I also learned that French I'm terrible at for some reason.
Yeah.
Part of my language.
Yeah. By the way, pidgin's recognized as one of the these really beautiful languages. It's considered by linguists to have like just a beautiful language sound,